Well, it's been a couple weeks since Nintendo dropped 20 free games on the Nintendo Switch Online service, so of course we've all finished them and we're looking for something else to play. With 721 games released in North America alone, Nintendo has a lot of choices as to what to release next, whenever they feel like it, I guess. Do you think it'll be more basic games we've already bought a half a dozen times, like Donkey Kong Country, or maybe some trash that doesn't hold up like Uniracers? What if I told you there was a third option? One for real-ass gatekeeping hipster gamers in their 30s that spent all their money on weird games in the 90s because sometimes it was very hot outside and other times it was maybe raining, so it was maybe just better to stay inside. If you're the type of person to take the green pill when the opportunity presents itself, then this list of the top 5 SNES games that Nintendo should bring to the Switch is for you. Number 5, Secret of Evermore. I'm not gonna still wear these. You know how sometimes you're on Netflix and you see like transforming robots or Atlantic Rim or some shit and you click on it thinking, you know what it is, and it's maybe 50 minutes in before you're like, hey, something's really off about this. Secret Evermore is basically that, but as a video game. I bought this game because I thought it was some kind of bootleg sequel to The Secret of Mana or something, and in many ways it kind of delivered on that promise. In The Secret of Evermore, you play as a boy who travels through time with his little doggy sidekick, beating monsters to death with a bone or with a bazooka, depending on which time period you happen to be in. Your dog transforms to match his environment, appearing as a feral wolf in prehistoric times, or as a laser-firing toaster in the far future of Omnitopia, which is a really nice touch. And it's a weird B-movie version of that kind of action RPG style game popularized by Square in the 90s, and well worth checking out if for no other reason than for the sheer novelty of it. Number 4, Metal Warriors. In 1995, LucasArts took a break from the Star War to bring us Metal Warriors, a side-scrolling action game that was basically 16-bit Titanfall. You had 6 different mechs, all with totally different abilities, and you could even get out and cruise around as a tiny little pilot with a pistol and a jetpack if your mech got wrecked or if your pilot needed to like take a dump or something and they wouldn't let you bring your mech inside. Does that ever happen to you? Each mech's ability made it a totally unique experience to play as, with some focusing on tanky damage dealing, some on long-range sniping, and others on maneuverability, flying around, sticking to walls, whatever. Better still, you could play 2-player split-screen death matches with a buddy, which was actually super fun due to the variety of attacks available to you. Number 3, Rock and Roll Racing. Rock and Roll Racing was one of the first games to lean heavily on licensed music, with MIDI versions of Black Sabbath's Paranoid or Deep Purple's Highway Star constantly playing in the background. Maybe a little too constantly. There were only like 5 or 6 songs on repeat here depending on which system you were playing on, but it was better than nothing. It was pretty novel for the time. The gameplay was like if Mario Kart was made by Heavy Metal Magazine and all the characters were replaced with background extras from Cyberpunk 2077. Everybody looks like they just got out of space prison. The game is like 50% driving and 50% blowing everyone else up on the track with rockets, mines, and lasers. You can buy new vehicles, upgrade just about everything, and cheat like a son of a bitch. It's surprisingly deep for a racing game that looks like a Gwar music video. Number 2, Legend of the Mystical Ninja. You may have seen this Smash Brothers Mii fighter costume and been like, huh? Who in the hell's that? Well, I'm here to tell you, that's a Goemon. A character with like 1,000 games in Japan and maybe 3 or 4 in North America, one of which is the amazing Legend of the Mystical Ninja. This game freaking rules, man. You and a buddy go around clobbering demons and bad ninjas with flutes and yo-yos and big old pipes, because apparently Kid Yang and Dr. Yang are smokers. Speaking of this, the game is hella weird. You can ride around on each other's backs, participate in quiz shows, take a break to play Gradius, and generally do all kinds of bizarre fourth wall breaking stuff. I've never really seen anything like it before or since. Number 1, ActRaiser. This is not an especially obscure game, but it is a great one. The side-scrolling action is awesome, the God Simulator mode is simple but just kind of works and feels good. The challenge is tough without being too crazy until you get to the end of the game where you basically have to fight every single boss back to back in this fucked up boss rush marathon that'll have you snapping your controller in half in no time. I don't love that part of it. There are sequels and spiritual successors and all that, but nothing really matches the original in this case. Get this dang ActRaiser on my Switch, Nintendo. So what do you think? Have we missed any other titles that time forgot but that gamers remembered? Would you rather play Ninja Warriors or Wild Guns or Saturday Night Slam Masters? Let us know in the comments below, and for all things SNES, keep it locked to IGN. I'm your pal Jeremy. I'll see you in hell.